Hello, beautiful YouTube. Hello, beautiful YouTube. It is Emily. I hope you're having a wondrous day, time, moment. This will be a timeless message, but this is a message of gratitude for everyone out there. It is Thanksgiving in the United States today, and even though I feel this holiday is complex because of really the genocide of the indigenous peoples of North America, that if you really examine what happened there, it's a tragedy. It's like a true tragedy. For that reason, I feel complicated about this holiday, but I also deeply understand the importance of just feeling such deep gratitude for everything that we all have in life. So I just wanted to use this holiday as a reason to give back, and I'm going to do a card reading or channeling for 3 different energies. So I will show you what I have and you can choose what aligns, and I'll just leave timestamps down in the comments below so you can find your reading quickly. Okay, so first we have this one. Yes, this is a Polychrome Jasper. So it's super beautiful. Kind of like looks like the Milky Way galaxy is the reason I chose her. Very beautiful. Okay, now this one. Yes, this one. This is a Sunstone Obelisk. Sunstone's so beautiful. And let's see here, Jasper, just so you can feel the energy. Ooh, we almost had it. Okay. And the rainbow beamer. This is the dodecahedron, just a pure crystal quartz dodecahedron. So pretty. Okay, so we'll do these 3 readings. Again, thank you for being here and sending everybody a lot of gratitude and love. All right, so I'm going to do this slightly different than last time. I'm going to begin each reading with a Magdalene card and maybe just channel from that place. And if I need to use my tarot deck, I have it. All right, so for all those who chose the Polychrome Jasper. Can it be there? Yeah, we'll put it there. Okay. All right, so for this group, Divine Source Creator, use me, use my ears, my eyes, my fingers, my mouth, my body, my brain, think through me to deliver the clearest and most helpful message for those who chose the Polychrome Jasper. It's taking a minute. That's always a good sign. Woo! The calling. You are beckoned. You are beckoned. You are beckoned. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Answer the call. Don't ignore it. The opportunity may not come again. Listen, act. Ooh, this is actually a cool card. I was just this summer we attempted to go to the Cave of Eggs, but there was a wildfire on the mountain. Actually, this was kind of an interesting scandal, but let's not get into that. Okay. The Cave of the Eggs is a place of fertility rituals and sacred mystery teachings at the site of La Sainte-Baume mountain ridge. Mary and Salome trained the disciples in prophecy, the moon mysteries, ecstatic dance, which led them to divine illumination in the dances of those who watched them. Mary taught her female disciples how to make love to their soulmates in a conscious way, to purposefully draw down an exemplary soul from above in a blissful and rapturous union. The women then went home and taught their husbands, which in time raised the frequency of their community as these new evolved souls incarnated in their realm. Mary Magdalene blows the shofar at dawn to call her followers. The horn is a symbol of heretical wisdom, Remember, ergitos in the Greek heretic just means the one who is able to choose. The horn is a symbol of heretical wisdom. The blast of the shofar shatters rocks, such as the walls of Jericho that were destroyed to release the people of the land from the bondage of ignorance. In embracing the wisdom of the new paradigm of returning the bride to the bridegroom, the divine feminine will return, healing and restoring the balance of both the land and the culture. You are called to assist in this great work of restoring balance to your community. You are called to inspire and teach particular talents and knowledge you have acquired in Earth School. You are so much more than you think you are. You have so much wisdom to share from your experiences. So beautiful. All right. I'm feeling, ooh, that was a quick pop. I just heard a song lyric, one of this popped. What is that song? That is like an old song. Just to go through the Rolodex of my mind. I think it's called Miss Independent. Miss Independent. So perhaps because for those of you who chose the Polychrome Jasper, this feels like it's a calling to a group that either has a lot of feminine energy. Okay, this doesn't mean that you're necessarily female. It might be a calling to really awaken that more feminine aspect of yourself. And I'll say this just from having gone on a really deep initiation with Mary Magdalene. I have visited St. Baum and gone to the cave there, and there is when I first was visiting and driving into the country, the cave or the mountain is a very flat, kind of like a butte that you would see in Red Rock Country, but it's not. It's like this gray, I don't know. As I was headed there, I was driving and my crown chakra just lit up in this probably one of the most intense crown chakra activations that I had personally received. And I actually started crying tears as I saw the shape of this mountain. And when you go and you visit these sacred sites, I visited quite a few, and I feel that there is a restoration of ancient wisdom, and a codex is given from the land herself to help you remember certain things. So thinking about this particular energy mixed with this energy, the calling you are beckoned, what I'm actually getting for this group is that there is a deep soul calling for you to dive deeper into your feminine nature. The feminine nature has been really harmed on our planet, and it has not we have not seen what feminine power is for a very, 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 very long time on this planet, because those who are in power, and it's not necessarily men, it's patriarchy, and patriarchy is by and large made up of male bodies, but it's the patriarchal energy that doesn't want this divine feminine energy to return. So I feel and this is actually a card of fertility as well. So you have the Venuses and also just this earthly abundance. I'm thinking maybe this is a mama out there, wanting to bring forth a really powerful, that was my niece Margot, I can hear she's here. That's a sign. Okay. Definitely a baby soul. A baby soul is calling you. The Lovers. And Strength. Yeah, this is sexy. Look at how sexy this is. The divine feminine energies You know, in the Taoist tradition, they call it the yin energy. It's the darker energy, the moon side of the sun, the unconscious realm, that primal energy that is, it is so delicious. It's like so sexy. But it gets so misconstrued in our world. And so one thing for sure that I have learned with my initiations with Mary Magdalene is the great, great, great power of the womb and the Shakti. I think Shakti is the best word for it. I think people often forget that Mary Magdalene and Yeshua they were like from the East, they would have been way more yogis than people commonly think when they have the kind of white Jesus that Western society has created. Jesus was not a white man. So it's interesting to, I wonder why this is coming, well, the holiday. Yeah. But sometimes we have to see things about ourselves, and it's like just see things about our culture and the shadow in our culture, and really start to I'm seeing like a braid, like unwinding the deeper shadow and realizing that anything, when used with reverence, integrity, and with great purpose of like bringing forth a child onto this earth plane. Hi.
Someone's here to see you.
All right, let me see her.
She's come to see you and she wants you to do her hair.
Her hair? Hi, Margot.
Oh, wow, you look so pretty, Emily. Wow.
How are you, beautiful?
Can you do her hair? She wouldn't let anyone touch it, but she'll let any.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Pigtails? Or curls?
Curls. Come see. Look at Emily's hair. Look how pretty Emily is. Honey, what are you going to do with these curls?
I'm going to roast them.
Well, you gotta.
Is it time for me to do her hair right now? Okay. Should we do your hair? Will you let Emily do it? Okay. I'm going. I just have to get my phone. I'll be right in.
Look at Emily. She looks pretty. And you do too, but your hair.
I'll have to pick back up. Okay, I'm back from my aunt duties. So sorry for that interruption. I did not know that I was going to be curling hairdos. But we just getting back to where we were talking about the powerful nature of woman allowed to be what woman is. And this reading seems to be calling you forth to discover that. So that's exciting news. I hope you found this helpful. And yeah, let's move on. Okay, so now for anybody who chose the beautiful Sunstone Obelisk, let's go ahead and get your card and message. Again, it's taking a minute. That's always a good sign in my book, personally. Yes. Card 42, that's a 6. The fruit of the vine, abundance and growth. Okay, let me read this one for you before we see what we get. All right. Grapes are a symbol of fertility and wealth. This card signifies success in your career and business. It is also favorable time for family and love. Some scholars believe grapevines represent the Davidic bloodline of Judah and the line of princes Yeshua from the line of David, and Miriam Magdalene from the line of Benjamin. Years after the dynastic marriage, Mary and her offspring were taken to France for safety. There they remained hidden, and the symbol for their vine and its grapes was sometimes referred to as blue apples, or pommes bleues. In the late 1800s, the priest Berenger Saunier had a reference to grapes of the vine carved into a viller at the village church in Rennes-le-Château. He discovered some valuable mysteries when renovating the 6th century church. He removed the stone altar that sat upon 2 Visigoth columns. I don't know, I've never seen that word or pronounced it before, could be wrong. One of them was hollow and held 4 wooden document tubes that were sealed and contained in parchments. These mysterious archives increased his wages from £6 sterling a year to millions over his lifetime. Those are good codes. Finding out about the grapevine certainly symbolized wealth and prosperity for him. Remember, the grapevine depends on structural support so it can climb to reach the sun. Having the encouragement of a support group will strengthen and enhance your efforts to reach your goals. Good job, Sunstone Obelisk team. Oh, we have to change out. We need to put this here. There we go. Okay, so with that in mind, just asking for any further clarification. One more. Oh, got 2 more. The star. This, but I definitely felt it was upside down. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. And the 7 of Wands. Okay, so let's start with the 7 of Wands. This feels like the most challenging energy that you may be facing. So look at the shoes. See how the shoes are different here? And this is like a giant. Look at that person standing on top of that world over a river. Also, green man energy. Wands are always fire, but also, of course, symbolize the divine realm, that Magia realm of what is God. So, I mean, you're doing good work. You're large and in charge. It might feel a little unstable. You might feel like your foundations are a bit unstable and that you're having to kind of like guard off or defend or block some competitors or something like this. I see that it's not time. Okay, this would be like the card of walking away. Leave things as they are, perfect standing, and leave. When it comes out upside down like that, sometimes I read upside down, sometimes I don't. This one was like upside down. This is telling me it's not time to walk away yet. So there's more work to be done. There's something here to perfect and leave in perfect order. So as it relates to this message that's coming through for you, this seems like it's related to your work in particular. And these feel like energies that could both help. So Page of Cups, pages are students, student energy. So a Page of Cups is like a offering, it's an emotional offering of love or friendship or affection. Maybe remembering that you're a student and just taking that student mindset of like, okay, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to grow, I'm willing to research, I'm willing to study. This could actually assist you. And then the star coming out. The star is such a card of freedom. It's obviously, you see the nudity here, but also like the free flowing of like the waters of life, just that full, pure flow. And that brings us back here to talk about the grapevine. So in this story, I've never read this card before, so I haven't pondered and contemplated much about this yet or researched into the things that it talks about. So I don't know much about the pommes bleues and these 4 parchments. But by finding and studying and reading what was written on these parchments, one was able to turn, what did it say, like 10 francs into millions of dollars or something. That is a deep secret of wealth. So the vine, I'm feeling like it has something to do with the DNA mysteries and the lineage. It's talking a lot about the bloodlines in this particular thing. So I'm feeling like, roots. As a human being, we are literally both human and divine. So it's about reaching your roots deep down into the earth and really discovering the earthly things, making friends with the trees, making friends with the flowers and the fruits and the vegetables and the bushes and the mosses and all of the elemental kingdom, and really like finding that connection to Mama Gaia and the crystal kingdom, and then opening also that connection to the starlight and the stars and the angels, these higher dimensional, like seven sisters Palladian energy. This ability for you to come into that clear channel place of being both connected and grounded and rooted in the earth, and also very aligned to the star lineages and the bloodlines of those star lineages. Of course, by just going on that journey and doing that work, that would increase anybody's capacity to bring forth abundance and wealth. And Yeshua was very clear about that you can't serve both God and money. And so I think like that sense of equality and that ability to give and to just to know that the best things in life are really actually free. And when you have that attitude and stance for understanding the spiritual, mental, and emotional part of humanity and respecting that over the physical, right? It's like, this is like hardly physical, especially the star card being Aquarian in nature, that's air sign. So just calling forth that energy and having it awaken you into your most fertile and abundant growth possible. Okay, sweet. Okay, I'm feeling just to clear the energy a bit before we get to do this most beautiful crystal dodecahedron. All right, for those who chose, I guess I can't display it, it's too low, but it is here. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. I'm going to put these cards back in the deck so that we'll be all nice and ready for you. Okay. All right. Crystal dodecahedron group. Here we go. Didn't want to pop. Popped and went right back in. Whoop. Simple gifts. Appreciation. 18, that's a 9. 9 is a very fertile energy. All right, let's give this a read. This is fun. I haven't ever drawn this card either. Getting some new ones. Keep your professional and personal hopes in mind, but be satisfied with what is available in reality for the moment. Take a step back and be grateful for all the gifts in your life right now, here today. Other choices and directions will surface soon. Mary Magdalene would have taught Sarah her vast knowledge of herbs and their lore. Together they would make various ointments and potions with the beautiful flowers and plants of Provence. The Gnostic Gospels say that Mary was once criticized for creating things to share because they would heal people. She had been taught the ability and practiced alongside Yeshua as his equal. She told them, not everyone is meant to immediately be healed by source, and some people must go through another process, clearing their karma. I added that. These ointments and natural medicines create a sense of ease and comfort that allow people to work on their own healing and well-being, and are responsible for the health of our own body temple. We are all each responsible for the health of our own body temples. When engaged in a sweet and simple task of life, your mind is free to wander, to wonder, and to imagine. This quiet space restores the spirit and is revitalizing and nourishing, exactly what you need to keep going forward in difficult times. Oh, I'm feeling a warmth. The ability to extract happiness from everyday activities is in itself a gift. Okay, I love that message. What a great message for Thanksgiving. Whoop. 2 more. Because I have carrots cooking, and I need to go get them out of the oven. Okay. Okay, this is probably a reflection of some of the different energies. So this card is sticking out first to talk about. 2 choices, back and forth. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? You know, the juggle, the good old to do or not to do. To be or not to be? That is the question. So perhaps right now for this group, you're feeling at a crossroads, you're feeling at a decision point, you have a big choice to make. This is the topsy-turvy that this card was just talking about, these emotional feelings that are, you know, up and down. We all know that, it's life. And then these 2 cards are interesting because balance, temperance. Obviously, temperance having the major arcana energy is asking you to bring into balance some aspect of yourself. It might be your 3rd dimensional reality might need a little more balance. You might need to be grounding in deeper, rooting yourself and taking care of what is on earth. It also might be something to do with an impoverished mindset or impoverished thinking, or some part of you that feels impoverished. I mean, we all can have different parts of us that are impoverished. Some people are spiritually impoverished while other people are physically impoverished. So just finding that balance. And of course, to do so, maybe this message about just finding these simple joys, especially, it's interesting, maybe herbalism, like perhaps there's a particular herb or flower that would assist you at this time to bring yourself into balance. I know that burdock root and what else is coming through? It's that yellow one. What is it called? It's not fennel. But it's very protective. There's different herbs that you can use to help protect yourself. So maybe doing some research and seeing, or, you know, going into a meditation and listening, really quieting your mind and instilling peace deep within your heart, and listening for that guidance of your higher self to guide you to herbs to help you through this time. Making your own herbal tonics and medicines is, you know, makes them, I think, 100 times more powerful, especially when you imbue them and stir them and like weave in the medicine into them. And then, of course, just keeping temperance, really, this is about, for me, emotional balance. Water is all about our emotional sense of self and that inner psychic and clarity and depth. And so just bringing all of that into perfect harmony. And yeah, that feels like a beautiful message. I can hear someone coming to get me again. So sorry this was so disjuncted, but I'm wishing everybody a really happy Thanksgiving. And I hope these messages found who they were for. Much love.